Hello, everybody. Welcome to, God, who knows what episode this is, but um, yeah, 7 straight weeks now. 7 straight weeks of 100% sales. So we have just been, I mean, gosh, guys, we have just been rocking it as of late, and that's only due to obviously the market being what it is right now out west, which is, I mean, a pretty solid one. And it's something interesting that we're starting to see is that the Monday sale, we're starting to see better and better results almost week over week. We had, I mean, our greatest sale this week that we've ever had, and we it was the best sale by a long shot. I'll go over those numbers here shortly. Um, for you guys that are, listening for the NHTSA updates, there's no update there, but I'm having a meeting tomorrow morning. So that is, I mean, that's all I got for you. If I find out anything, I will throw out another podcast tomorrow. So for you guys that are listening for that reason, just want to give you a heads up. But to dig into the auction sale this week, we ran 58 units. We sold all 58. We had three new buyers buy some vehicles this week, which was good. Our, um, at the height, I think we had 42 or 43 buyers online, which was fantastic. Overall, we had 95 different buyers, which was the highest that we've ever seen, I believe. And that's with different people as well, not, one person representing a bunch of different dealerships. So that was a really good turnout. We, I mean, we ran honestly the same stuff that we run all the time. Out of the 58 vehicles, we had four, I should say five or six premium vehicles, and that includes the XLT Sport. We had a all-wheel drive transit van. We had a Colorado and a couple nice F-150s, like a Limited and a Platinum. So, God, what is that? Maybe it's seven. So we had that many, which was nice, and then we had a couple other diesels, a couple XLT diesels sprinkled in there. So overall, not carried by the premium stuff, which is what I'm going to start this session off with. Is that we did not have a bunch of premium units to offset, the lower trim, the lighter stuff in our sale. Excuse me, I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick. So we didn't have that. We haven't had it for the past couple weeks, and we've still been seeing, I mean, amazing results. And I'll just throw it out there. Versus MMR, we averaged almost 101% of MMR for the total sale. Now, what that means for our, the person that we are remarketing for is, we have a guarantee sale price that we offer them. They accept it, and when they run it, anything over that is basically gravy for them, gravy on top. And we made them an extra $151,000. $151,000. So I mean, we smoked it out of the park today. It was a killer day. 101% of MMR, made them an extra 150 grand. We didn't have great CRs either. We averaged 3.4 condition report. Um, and to dig into the numbers a little bit for you guys, the um, we ran a couple half-ton GMC Chevy pickups. Nothing great. We ran an LT and an SLE is what we ran. Those both had either the X31 or the Z71 package. Those brought an average of 105% of MMR, so those killed it this week. Then we had, let's look, the heavy duty Chevy product. The heavy duty Chevy product, we saw a little bit of a bump this week. Last week it was right around, I think it was 93, 94% of market value. This week it was closer to 98%. So it was a much stronger week for Chevy. Now GMC, I mean, the heavy duty stuff over there, that stuff just went bonkers. Now, a lot of our stuff is at 2020, 2021 range. The mileage is, usually plus 35, plus 40,000 miles. And I mean, the GMC stuff that brought 103% of MMR overall for the package of, let me see how many we run, 11 GMC units. So those were killer this week. The special units that we ran, the Colorado, the Explorer, the nice F-150s, those averaged 101% of MMR. So really good. The the Ford F-250s did pretty solid. The XLTs, those, let me check real quick here. Yeah, the F-250s brought 100% of MMR almost exactly. So that was a good week for the F-250s. The F-350s brought almost 102% of MMR, and we ran damn near 20 of those buggers. So those did fantastic. We had some out of those 20 that we had, I think it was six of them were diesels, but the other 14 still did fantastic. I mean, they did really well. We cannot complain. And then the cargo van, I mean, as I'm sure you guys can expect, I mean, it pulled almost 107% of MMR. So the ones that expected to hit it out of the park, they did, but the ones that typically don't are still just, I mean, they're on a hot streak. I mean, they are, they're just doing really well. And to break that down even more for you guys, I split it up into stuff above $35,000 and stuff below $35,000, and there was about a 60-40 split as far as stuff below $35,000 was 60% of the stuff we ran. Above 35 was 40%. The above $35,000 range that pulled on average 98% of MMR. So the numbers weren't as strong with that stuff, and that was a lot more of the 22 product. Now the stuff below $35,000 brought 102% of MMR. So for you guys out there, that means it brought over the money. If the trucks were 30, it brought, you know, let's see, for example here, truck worth 30 brought 32, stuff like that. So it was a really good strong week. And this is all to say, months prior, our lane has been, I mean, we had slowly dropped the value of a lot of these vehicles over time. By however much from the start till today, you know, I can go in and pull. Let me go see some of these. Let's go see a February sale. Hmm. Sorry guys, I'm just going through our catalog here and seeing, God, what we did good on back in those days. I mean, going back, I mean, here we go. 226. Let's see. An F-150. Let's compare something here. Let's say 22 with 20,000 miles. Can we find that? Yeah, I think we can. There we go. Yeah. So for this one, I mean, MMR at the time was 37, and now MMR is down to it's like 32,000. So I mean, we dropped it quite a bit, honestly. I mean, other people are involved in that, but we dropped it quite a bit. So seeing those numbers come up is good for the market overall. The guys that maybe got hurt by that or started to see stronger numbers. So we're happy with the overall return of things. Now, um, the stuff above 35,000, that was a lot of the nicer stuff. which helps a ton with those averages. But in that mix also, I mean, we had some units that had, some issues. There was a couple auto check discrepancies, whatnot, that affected the sale. So, but overall, I mean, everything did really well. There's nothing to complain about. There's a bit of an uptick on all factions of our units this week. So, um, so you guys out there that are listening, again, something that I touched on at the beginning, we made our customer an extra $150,000 today just by running on our sale and building up this momentum. So that puts them at a little over $250,000 for the month, and we still have another Monday to go for selling. So we're looking really good as far as the return that we're giving our customers. So, with averages at the end of the year, we'll see what they are, but you know, you guys that are interested in running with us, if you buy at 95%, you buy aggressively, and then you sell in our lane, and then everything is gravy on top. I mean, you're going to start seeing some pretty significant returns one day soon. So we're coming to Cincinnati. Please call me at 651-357-8966 because we're going to come out there very soon. We're going to take on a finite amount of guys to run in our lane, and we're going to get this ball rolling as quickly as possible in May. And I mean, guys, with the numbers that we're seeing, I expect by June, late June, we should start to hit the stride. Then we should start to see returns, closer to what we're seeing in our lane today. So give me a call again. You guys have my number. $150,000 right now, every Monday. It's going to be more consistent from here on out. That would be a huge bump to your dealership. Now, you guys out there that maybe are a little unfamiliar, there's, a basis where guys go out, they purchase vehicles, they purchase them at, you know, making 2,000 bucks off of MMR, expecting that everything's going to sell at that price. Well, what if you went and you bought vehicles at 95 compared to 95% of MMR, and say you averaged out, you know, $500 to $800 per car that you made at the end of the day. Being a little aggressive on some, less aggressive on others. Well, when these time periods come and you know, you start to do the huge swings like we're seeing right now, I mean, the returns are going to be astronomical. Astronomical. And when you buy that way, eventually everybody in the market's going to come to that sale and pull from your auction lane, because they know that you're selling. They know there's going to be no problems. I don't have to call somebody if something's wrong. I can just send it to Manheim. You know, the the deal is done. I don't have to sit here and do offers, nothing. And on top of it all, you are the first ones to market every single week. These guys have good weekends. The sunshine is out. They sell more cars than they've sold all year. They need to refill. And what's better than getting up on a Monday? There's not a lot of sales. They sit in, they focus, they see your lane, and they just purchase as much as they possibly can. That's what we're trying to build. So when we come out to Cincinnati, you guys just keep your eyes peeled, because, I mean, when we're out there, this thing's going to take off like a rocket. And I mean, we're getting closer and closer to the date. We have May 13th set in our mind. So if you're somebody out there with vehicles and it's going to be ready in May, give us a call. We'll be able to get you set up. So again, thank you guys for listening. As always, my name is McCaleb. Welcome to, you know, everything that we're doing. We're trying to build a community over here for Canadian vehicles. So thanks for listening to the Truckcast. I'll give you guys an update tomorrow on the NHTSA. So appreciate you all, and happy selling this week.